Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today we are doing my Lions mock draft and prediction for this upcoming draft season in 2023. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video if you enjoy it. Help me reach my 600 subscribers for December 30th goal. I am about 17 to 18 subscribers away from this goal. Help me at that. Like this video if you enjoy it. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below, whether you like these picks or whether you disagree with these picks. What are your thoughts on these upcoming picks that I'm about to reveal to you? Also, what do you think should be the next team that I do, the next team that I will do for the NFL mock draft? Make sure that you put your team down below. So let's get started with today's video. At number 4, I have the Lions selecting Kelee Ringo, the cornerback out of Georgia. This is a defense that has gotten a lot better in the past few weeks, and that is the reason why you are on a 5-1 streak and now are 6-7 with possible playoff contention on the line. But this is also a defense that Jeff Okudah has not turned out to the cornerback that you particularly want him to be. He's not awful, but he is not the number 3 overall pick, all-pro corner that the Lions have been looking for. Kelee Ringo, I think, can help fix that. I think this helps build up the secondary and something that you were kind of looking for in Detroit. And I think that this was the best player available. Another player that was available, and you guys tell me in the comment section down below which player you like more. Joey Porter, the cornerback out of Penn State, was also available and went to the next pick after me. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you like Kelee Ringo better, or do you like Joey Porter better? What do you guys think about these two players on an individual level? Moving on to the next pick at number 15, I have Michael Mayer, the tight end out of Notre Dame, being selected. This is a team that really likes to run the ball and that can have some dynamic pass catchers, especially with Jameson Williams coming back. You do have some dynamic players. But one of the things that I think is the best part about this Lions team, or the part that could be improved on, is Michael Mayer at that tight end position. Michael Mayer is the most dynamic tight end in this class. Hands down, it's not even close. He is the most well-rounded, whether that's blocking, whether that's receiving threat, that's all. And in my opinion, he's the best tight end prospect since Kyle Pitts at a minimum. And even with Kyle Pitts, he was a little bit more of a, let's say, just a little bit more of a kind of a raw prospect, I would say, in a sense, and not everything's worked out in Atlanta. It's not all his fault. Some of it is on the coaching staff, but I'm not getting too far into it. Michael Mayer is one of the best tight end prospects in a long time. That's why I picked him. I think that he's a very dynamic threat. I think he is a very, very good tight end. And I've also kind of seen, before I did this mock draft, I actually looked at a couple of Lions mock drafts myself just to see who are people taking and stuff like that. And on a couple of them, I actually did see Michael Mayer at this spot being taken. At number 46, I have the Lions selecting Derek Hall, the edge rusher out of Auburn. Very dynamic player, has the height, weight, speed combination. A little bit more of a raw prospect compared to other people later on or earlier in the draft that have a little bit more of the technique down. I think that the Aiden Hutchinson pick has gone very well, has had a great rookie year, and I think that Hall could add on to a pass rush that has some pieces like Romeo and Julian Okora and Aiden Hutchinson, but could definitely use some more pass rushing help. You could also possibly put him on the interior of that line at the D-tackle position. That's a possibility. Kind of depends on the defensive coordinators kind of look at that and what you think should be happening in that specifically. Moving again to the defense at number 60, going back to the secondary, I'm taking Jordan Battle, the safety out of Alabama. Really, the reason why I took Jordan Battle was he was the best player available, and it wasn't very close. I think that he could be an early second-round pick. This was much later. And I think that this is a type of player that is going to be a good long-term safety position. Again, it adds the secondary that did struggle earlier on in the year, has definitely gotten better later on, but a secondary that could definitely use some help, and I think that this would be a good pickup there. Then at number 78, I had the Lions selecting Tyler Davis, the defensive lineman out of Clemson. This is a true defensive lineman, will play a defensive tackle position, and I think he really just adds a lot of depth to this team, especially at the defensive line spot. I think the edge rushing spots are pretty good. And Derek Hall was a lot better than the defensive lineman when I was selecting there. So I definitely think that Derek Hall was a better pick there. But it's definitely a spot that I think definitely could use some help. So I decided to take Tyler Davis there. Not a 330-pound nose tackle, but 6'2", 300 pounds, has a lot of muscle to him, could be a good run stopper, doesn't have too much of a pass rushing ability, but from time to time can show that off. If you watch enough Clemson plays, you'll definitely start to see that he has some pass rushing ability, but is definitely more of the run stuffer. But that's something that Detroit could use in the future in a very run heavy division with Dalvin Cook and David Montgomery / Khalil Herbert, or Aaron Jones / A.J. Dillon, a very, very run heavy division in the NFC North. At number 150, had a little while to wait for this pick. I picked up Dontavian Wicks, the wide receiver out of Virginia. Far and away the best wide receiver left on the board. And I think that this is a team, don't get me wrong, they have a lot of decent weapons, whether that's DJ Chark or Jamison Williams or I think it's Josh Reynolds and stuff like that. You have some solid weapons, but never can have enough. I think that wide receiver could use a few extra bodies at that kind of wide receiver 5, wide receiver 6 position. And I think Dontavian Wicks really does fill that role as a really athletic, really big wide receiver coming out of Virginia. Has a lot of potential to him. Just really, I think, a solid pick overall that it fills a need at that later round, and it's not a lot of pressure that he produces right away, as you already do have some players there at that position. And with taking Michael Mayer, it isn't the first skills position player that you took all draft long. Then at pick 178, I went a little bit of a different route. I took Michael Pratt, the QB out of Tulane. I have nothing against Jared Goff, and I think that he is the QB at least until next season, and the Lions have said such, and I think that this is a pick more to address the backup quarterback role, and maybe to take a project and a flyer on a guy that has really improved this season, that has shown some talent at a team that really has developed well this season under Willie Fritz and Tulane, now making the Cotton Bowl this year. I think that this is a player that has potential, and I think that you should definitely be drafting a quarterback, even if he has no whatsoever bearing on the future, and that he comes in and, okay, you trade him away later. If he actually is a solid quarterback, you can trade him away and get a 4th round pick pretty easily, or something like that where it is good return on investment. I don't think it's ever a bad idea to draft a quarterback, even if you actually do have a quarterback in the building. Then at pick 190, I just picked up a guy that I think is really just a solid and great contributor on that defense for Ohio State. And that's Tommy Eichenberg, the linebacker out of Ohio State. Just a really, really hard-nosed player. I think he really fits Dan Campbell's system, biting them kneecaps and stuff like that. But I think really hard worker, has always been known as a very tough hitter, and is just a really tough player. I think he just fits that Detroit style system and exactly what you're looking for. So make sure you hit one of them will be the my mock draft playlist, and the other will be a video suggested for you. And make sure you hit the subscribe button up here. That's all I have for today's video. Make sure you check out more mock drafts as they come out. As always, have a great day. Bye.